Hello, this is David Parrish. Welcome to week 5 of the 7-week challenge. And if you are a part of this and have been tracking with us for the last 4 or 5 weeks, this is a weekly assignment or a weekly step to take for 7 weeks to help us become people that can step out and make disciples for Jesus Christ. Now, each week we are having passages in the Bible that we're studying, and for 5 days we're doing 3-column Bible studies, and we're also spending time in prayer. So let me give you your week number 5 Bible passages to do 3-column Bible studies on for the 5 days of week 5. Here they are. On day 1, I want you to do a 3-column Bible study of Matthew 5 verses 43 to 48. Matthew 5, verses 43 to 48. On day 2, I want you to do a 3-column Bible study of Matthew 6, verses 1 through 4. Matthew 6, verses 1 through 4. On day 3, I want you to do a 3-column Bible study on Matthew 6, verses 5 through 15. Matthew 6, verses 5 through 15. On day 4, I want you to do a 3-column Bible study of Matthew 6, verses 16 through 18. Matthew 6, verses 16 through 18. And on day 5 of this week, week 5, we want you to do a 3-column Bible study on Matthew 6, verses 19 to 23. Now, what we're doing is, right now, we're doing a 3-column Bible study each day through a small part of the Sermon on the Mount. You know, Jesus' Sermon on the Mount is the key, the cornerstone of his kingdom teaching. It's not everything that he taught, but it's a key portion of what Jesus taught about what a follower of Jesus, what his followers were supposed to live like in this world. Some people have called it the constitution of the kingdom of God. And so the Sermon on the Mount, we're taking it a little bit of time, and each day as you do those 3-column Bible studies, you're writing it out in one column, what does it mean in the second column, and what am I going to do to obey it in the third column. And each week as you do this, you're going to be hearing from the Lord, and he's going to be speaking to you. And God is transforming lives as we do these 3-column Bible studies each day. And then we also want you to pray every day. And we gave you the 5-4 pattern in one of the earlier weeks. So I want to encourage you to pray the 5-4 pattern, and also however the Lord leads you in your prayer life. But do these 3-column Bible studies these 5 days. Matthew 5, 43 to 48. Matthew 6, 1 to 4. Matthew 6, 5 to 15. Matthew 6, 16 to 18. Matthew 6, 19 to 23. Now, this week, as our additional step to take forward, what did we do last week? Well, last week we made some lists. We made some access lists. We listed 5 places that we can meet new people, and we listed 5 people that we know that need the Lord, and we can pray for them. We can pray for these places and these people. Now, this week, we're going to take another step. And one of the Bible studies that you're going to do this week, and I'm not going to preempt this, I want you to do this Bible study, but on day 2 of week 5, you're going to be doing a Discovery Bible study of, or rather I should say a 3-column Bible study of Matthew 6, 1 to 4. Well, I want to take a moment and just read that, because I've done a 3-column Bible study of that passage just today. And I want to read that passage to you. Here's what Jesus says in Matthew 6, 1 to 4. He says, "Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men to be seen by them. Otherwise, you have no reward from your Father in heaven. Therefore, when you do a charitable deed, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory from men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But when you do a charitable deed, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your charitable deed may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly." Now, here's something that I get out of that passage. And first of all, and that is, Jesus is expecting that we're going to be doing good deeds for people, that we're going to be a blessing, that we're actually going to bless people's life in some way. Jesus is what he's saying here. When you do it, you don't do it to draw attention to yourself. You don't do it to get people to say good stuff about you. You're not trying to do it to say, hey, here, I'm this or I'm that or I'm representing this and look at me, look what I've done. He says, no. He says, actually, do your good deed in secret. But I want to tell you something. Doing good to people, doing something to bless people, being a blessing both in our words and in our actions is a key part of meeting people that the Bible calls in Luke 10 people of peace. In week number 3, you did a 3-column Bible study of Luke chapter 10, and we'll talk about that in another week here. But for right now, I just want you to realize that Jesus actually expects us not to draw attention to ourselves, but to do a good deed for somebody. So this week, here's your extra assignment. Somewhere, either for one of the 5 people you listed, or for someone you just meet at one of the 5 places that you listed last week, or maybe somebody else or someplace else altogether. But this week, I want you to do a random act of kindness for someone. You're not going to preach to them. You're not going to witness to them. You're not going to talk. You're not going to do. I just want you to bless somebody. And preferably, we want you to bless somebody that really doesn't know the Lord. So maybe it's somebody, or that you don't know whether they do. You just bless someone. Now, you can do this for someone you know. You can do this for someone you don't know. Say, well, how do I do that? What kind of random act of kindness? Buy somebody's lunch. So what do you mean? You mean take them to lunch? Well, you can do that, or you can be eating in the restaurant and the person next to you and just say to the waitress, come here, I just want to buy that person's lunch. Just want to bless them. I want to buy somebody a cup of coffee. You're at the store and somebody's pushing the grocery cart back. Hey, let me do that for you. You can go into the car. I'm going to take care of that for you. Maybe your act of kindness is giving a phone call or writing a note or making a visit just for encouragement to somebody. Maybe somebody you know. You're not there to preach to them. You're not there to do anything other than just, hey, I'm going to encourage you today. Speak a kindness to someone. Tell somebody they look nice. Tell somebody they're doing a good job. Tell somebody you appreciate what they're doing. Build somebody up this week. But here's the point. Step out and do it. Don't just think it. Don't just intend it. Don't just say, well, they know what I feel. No, they don't. Nobody knows what you think unless you tell them. And so step out and do a random act of kindness, at least one, this week to somebody. Let's step out of our shell. Hey, meet somebody new and just do a kindness for somebody. And that's your assignment, in addition to reading the Word and praying and doing your 3-column Bible studies. Have a great week on week 5 of the 7-week challenge.